Say that if I want to install on my store a measurement of time in lines, but I don't want to measure all the store, could be possible as well.
The cameras that we provide, or I will call them sensors, because calling cameras, it's something that is recording. Our sensors are not doing any recording, so they are just measuring, analyzing data and pushing data directly to our servers. So it's only data that we are receiving. You can actually put the sensors and cover a different zone. As long you are inside the sensor view, you are able to measure the dwell time of that person. So if you have a displays or a new collection in a retail store and you want to understand, or it could be a furniture store, you want to understand how long they are staying in that area, then it's possible. We use the same sensors not only for measuring at entrances, but also for measuring dwell and also measuring the queue management. So the queues at the cashier. We know that no one want to queue. So especially if there's a long queue or not enough employee in the store, probably they will go out and come again later, or even go to another store. And so this is a lost customer. So this is also important. What I'm saying, it's important to do the measurements not only on the entrances, but also at the cashier to understand the service time and to understand do we need more staff on the floor to serve all those customers that are actually visiting our store.
Well, I can understand that probably you can measure the quality of the service, but it's something that is just to see the historical data, or it's something that, for example, the manager of the store, they can take actions in real time. Is it possible, or just to check the behavior in the past?
Basically, from the technology that we are actually using today, the latest technology, 3D, 4D, we are getting real-time data. And when we talk real-time data, it's not 1 minute, 15 minutes, half hour. It's a second data. As soon a visitor or person go under the sensor, it will automatically be shown on the dashboards and in the reports. So yeah, it's a real-time data, and we save data also on the 1 minute or 15 minutes intervals for analyzing, for historical, as a historical data where you can go and analyze deeper and see how many people we had during the day, yesterday or last week, what was the average, what is the peak times. So we basically understand how many staff we need on the floor. We also together with the Mask McKinney Institute, we have been working on data prediction, and this is what we have released actually for 2 months ago, where you can easily in our software see a footfall prediction or a sales prediction. Depending on what data you are importing, you are able to see how next week will go for your store, what we are expecting, how many customers we are expecting to visit your store.
Considering this scenario, I imagine that it's possible to control the whole operation on a store with all the KPIs. And with prediction, in my mind, I imagine that it's something related to AI. But how you are using AI, if it's AI? If you are using the behavior of customers?
Yeah, we are actually, I will say it's not yet AI. We are working to build AI in our software. This is also something that we are working in close cooperation with Mask McKinney Institute. The project is still ongoing. The prediction, what we are looking at, we are looking in different metrics. So we are looking at footfall, we are looking at the calendar events. In our software, we also implement all national holidays worldwide. So we also have a calendar function where you can import your events or just connect it directly with your Gmail or Outlook calendar. It will automatically pull all the events that you already have in your own calendar. So basically, it looks at the different data and analyzing prediction. So it gives us prediction. So it's not only historical data, it's not 3 years or 5 years data, it's also the holidays, different days, different events.
concepts together.
Yeah, everything together and just predicting.
Interesting. I think for stores, it's something that is totally complete.
Yeah, I will say if we look on the stores and IoT is something that it's really important to look at, and this is something we always have been at technology company where we are looking after the latest technology and how can we help our customers. IoT is something that has been on the market for the last 2-3 years, but it will boom within next 3 to 4 years, and we need to be in the front of everyone. So we need to be in the front of that market. We already did integration with many devices, especially for the retail stores. Have successfully implemented in some of the major retailers, where we are analyzing a different we are saying different metrics or different KPIs. Also important the thing what you can get with IoT. First of all, IoT it's a device that it's wireless. You don't need a cabling. It can operate on the battery for up to 10 years, so you don't need to change battery for next 10 years. The devices are really cheap, low cost. So we are talking for one device around 80 to 150 euro per device, and this is actually where we can get a lot of data. We can put IoT sensor in a fitting room to understand the occupancy of the fitting room. So how many customers or visitors entering the store, and how many of them are visiting our fitting room, and how many of them bought something. So this is one of the, like I mentioned before, noise detection to understand how music impact our visitors. So if we are playing loud music, are we getting more visitors? If music is the tracks are playing faster, are visitors staying shorter in our store? Or if we play at different tracks, how that impact on the transactions? So a lot CO2, temperature, a lot of the data. We was doing research, and there was one of the internship. It was a girl. I asked her, or I said, you're a girl. You are shopping a lot. If you go to a shop, normally in the winter you go in the shopping malls to shop, and in summer, of course, the shopping malls are not visited as much as in the winter period. And she was saying, no, I'm not going in the shopping malls in the winter period. So I was a little bit shocked. So I was asking why, and then she said, yeah, but in the Denmark, or not in Denmark, just in Scandinavia, if you go in the winter period, everyone is in the shopping malls. So the temperature or increase, it's really warm to stay in the stores. So for her, it's much better to actually go and buy online. So get the stuff online and try it. If it's not working, just send it. If it's not fitting, then just send it back. And she was correct, because in the Scandinavia we don't have a temperature more than 30 degrees in the summer, and in the winter it's cold. So all the stores do not have air condition; they just have heaters. So it means that they can only heat the store. So this is where you can actually use the IT in combination with the footfall, understand the temperature, understand CO2, understand the fitting room occupancy, even the vibration sensor or shock sensor that you can put on any items. It could be a shoes or a furniture. So to understand how many are trying, how many are sitting in that couch, how many are sitting behind that desk. It could be a kitchen store to understand the heat map around the new kitchen. So how many, so how many parts, which parts of the kitchen was most visited? So which shelves has been open and closed? So all those basically things you can do with IoT device, or all those metrics you can do with IoT in combination with IoT.